tomato here. I did this sort of negative space, I'm calling it, because it's the towel, and then I threw in some random color to establish this plane right here. So we're gonna just jump right in. And I'm gonna, to start, well, let me try to get a good angle here. Well, here's the light. Okay. So what you're seeing here in the picture isn't exactly what I'm seeing, but pretty close anyway. So, I started with the negative space, and I think I'm going to try to refine the negative space just slightly more, and then we're going to jump in and do the tomato in this area, which I had left without any paint on it. I'm using a Tech 12, which is one of the bigger brushes I have around here. If you saw my last real-time watercolor painting things, some people were saying you should use a bigger brush, and I'm all for it. Anyway, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So let's see what happens now. What I got in the background here is, these are supposed to be cooler grays. These are warmer grays. I exaggerated here with red just to say hello, I'm warm. And there's a little red there. And, over here, I mixed more blue. So anyway, I'm just going to try to fashion a decent gray. I'm going to try to get this to have more depth first off, and so getting depth, we need contrast, and so here I'm gonna got that going, and see about this, and try to lift off a little of this paint. Okay, looks good. Now I need a slightly different tone to do the bottom half, just that. I'm going to take that same color and mix in some blue, and I hope it's not too blue, but if it is, in the reference it actually looks yellow right here, but we got to just sort of go with the, I don't think yellow is going to look like it's inside. We're trying to get this to look like it's in, behind this. So let's see, that looks good. And now I'm gonna just have a damp brush and try to kind of smear this a little bit right there. And yeah, this is kind of a hard edge right there. This area right here, that's the cutoff. So I'm just gonna leave that, and I think that I'm gonna see about taking a highlight right here. Just gonna rub this with the damp brush, and now dry it, and it's not really coming off. A little bit, I guess, look coming off. I'm gonna try to blot it. And I got a spill there. Okay, anyway. Now this, there's definitely some yellow on there. I don't know if it's the light or what, but it could be the light. Let me see if we got a... Oh, that's yellow. I don't know. So I got this light here, which I'm using for the direct light source, and there's different color lights. I don't know what this, I never really played around with it much. Okay, well, anyway, back to it. So I guess I'm gonna do just a little bit of a super subtle hint of yellow. So try to find here's a good place on a palette where there's nothing happening. So That looks like a very subtle yellow if you ask me. So let's jump on it. Ready? Here it goes. Oh yeah, look at that. It's so subtle. Okay. And why not put just a little yellow here and maybe just some right here. And I'm going to see about pulling some of this paint off. See if that works. I started this yesterday, so the paint's pretty dry. And technically, we shouldn't be messing around with such a detail as this at this stage, but you know, got to keep going, and you know, this could also serve as a warm-up. Hi, Eli's. Thank you for that cool compliment, and hi, Sawyer. Hey, thanks for subscribing, much appreciated. And what are you drawing? Well, I'm trying to draw a tomato from life on cloth. And so far I'm doing the negative space, and you know, the negative space is this towel, the table, and you know, I just thought I did this on stop motion. You can check out the video if you want to. It's was my last upload. So anyway, now I'm going to I guess I'm going to try to, I don't know, put a little blue right there. I mean, not real blue, but a subtle blue, just like I did with the yellow. So you mix a lot of water into this, and there I think we got kind of a subtle blue. And let's just go right here. So the reason I want this subtle blue is because this is farther away than this from the viewer, and so since we have warm tones here, we've got a cool tone up here. It might, with luck, look like it's farther away, because blues, cool colors look farther away than. And now I'm going to go a little bit more intense. It's still very, very light, but I just want to, I think I'm just going to go right here. And I don't know if that's good or not, but I'll blot up some of it. Now we got a very subtle, you know, hint there, and likewise up here we should probably maybe just hit this a little bit just to get some color down. So this definitely looks like it's farther away than that, so I would call that a win. Anyway, and this right here, you know, that's not usually a sought after effect. I'm very surprised it's happening, because this is you know, Arches cotton watercolor paper, and I would not expect that to be happening. But anyway, we're gonna ignore it for now, and you know, even if it's there when the painting is all done, well, you know, c'est la vie, that's French for it. It is the life. All right, now we're going to boldly jump in with some reds to say, hello, I'm a tomato. I'm tempted to do this green stuff right off, but I'm going to hold back a little bit on that. So let's just hit that. There's some red. It is not at all the red we have gone into here, which it was, I really don't want to do. Let's try another red. This is not going to be good either. The tomato itself has the darkest red goes right around here. So I'm starting with the darkest red. Here's another kind of a red and more of a purple. Gonna try that. And you know, normally you might want to draw a circle. You know, really, that's not really my thing, to draw either with pencil or even with paint. So anyway, we're gonna need one more kind of red here. Try to go up here. Okay, so now we have like 4 different reds there, so we have more chance of having a rounded you know, tomato look. And now before that gets too dry, I need to spread it around a little, And oh, actually, there's also you know, yellow highlights all through there, so I should really be hitting some yellow. I'm just gonna try this. And right here, there's this highlight, and that's why I'm not gonna paint that specific area right there. I mentioned down here too, as this and this are the same distance from the viewer. This is in front, so by having the same two colors here and here, I am going to hopefully trick the eye into thinking that it is about the same distance away. And I'll go put a little line here. Okay, looks good. Now I want to hit some yellow on there. You know, this is like a golden red, but I'm gonna put yellow-ish, and then we're gonna layer over top of that. So here's some yellow, and put some here. Guess we could blend in that, and just have some right there. And there's also some right here, so let me just try to hint at that right down here. See, that looks terrible, but wait. It's gonna maybe look good, probably maybe, in a bit. It gets that going. And now we need kind of a orangish yellow. Let's see if this is orangish yellow. Yes, it is. Okay. And I'm really getting the big brush is not exactly falling into place for me, but let's see. Okay, I'm gonna try to get rid of this right there, and it's pretty much gone, because that's going to be our green and our different green tones. And now I got a damp brush, let's just try to get rid of these hard edges here. I'm going to try to, I guess, blot that up, okay, because this is an area we want to get contrast right here. And now let's just try to finish the outer edge. That's looking good. Okay, I'm gonna take a hint of red here. I need to get a good hard line right there. That looks good. Starting to look a little bit like a tomato. If you use some imagination, starting to look a little bit like a tomato. So, you know, we got some paint down, that's good. Now we're gonna try to just kind of smear a lot of this together. This highlight here is from this this lamp right here, which we don't really want to use that that lamp too much highlight. I mean, when this is off, that's kind of like what we'd rather have is this, you know, scene right here. So, but you know, with some practice, I'm ignoring this other highlight. It just helps to see the painting as we progress. So anyway, let's see. We want to kind of soften these edges. I'm leaving some of the white in there. Little specks is good, but we don't want to have, you know, giant shapes with, I'm also going to want to put some yellow right here, because this is pretty yellow. And that might be a little big. I'll call that exaggerated, and just leave it for now, because it's definitely coming forward, and this part of the tomato is definitely closer than that. So we do want it to come forward. And so I don't know if I put a little bit more of that yellow there. Looks okay, right? And now let's try a different yellow for down here. There's right here for some reason. I don't know what that yellow is, but it could be partially the light bouncing off the um, cloth. So anyway, I'm going to put, that was like a cadmium yellow deep. This one is like Hansa yellow or something. So, and again, I don't really want this to be pure color, and it's got to be very subtle. So I'm going to add water here to really get it light by means of having it all diluted. Okay, that looks good. And so now there we go. All right, looks good. That's gonna dry funny, I bet, but doesn't matter because we need to have personality in this area. All right, next I want to take a highlight out right here. Let's see if that works. Yes, it did. Look at that beautiful highlight. All right. And then under here, there's a shadow. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like right there. This is like a triangle shape under that tomato. It goes right here. Once this dries, we could hit that shadow in there. It's gonna really pop. Just wait and see. Okay, and then also when that dries, we're gonna work on this green area. Tipping the wrong end of the brush in. I think I'm gonna try to remove a little bit more of this paint because this is our big fat green area, and you know, red is not necessarily going to be a good background. Okay, that's looking good. Wow, much better than I expected. Okay, I think I'm going to take a break. I have to go to a big party, but we'll be painting more later at the party. I don't know what, but probably a flower or something. I appreciate everybody who stopped by, and the chapter of real-time watercolor painting, apple on cloth. How do I stop this?